Then I want to talk about personal development, the subject that I started listening to age 25 that revolutionized my whole life, from my mentor, Mr. Earl Schoaf. Here's an interesting subject. Just jot it down now. It's called Enlightened Self-Interest. Enlightened Self-Interest. It's a fascinating study to study the idea of self-interest. But just make this note, all of us, have self-interest. The key is for it to be enlightened so that everybody wins and no one loses. Our first interest is to survive. What does it take to survive? Our second interest is to succeed. What does it take to succeed? What does it take for me personally to survive and to succeed? Can I legitimately be interested enough in the things that help me both succeed and survive? And here's what I discovered. The answer is yes. It's possible to exercise self-interest, but to do it in such a way that no one loses, everyone benefits. Key phrase. Life was not designed to give us what we need. Life was designed to give us what we deserve. We do not reap a harvest in the fall because we need it. We reap a harvest in the fall because we deserve it. Not necessarily from a moral standpoint. Of course, there are some moral laws as well, spiritual and moral laws. But just the basic laws that simply say if you wish to reap, you must plant. So jot this down. Reaping is reserved for the planters. And the reason they reap is because they deserve it. They're the planters. They deserve to reap. Interesting Bible phrase that says, if you keep knocking, you'll find open doors. Good phrase to jot down. If you keep knocking, you'll find open doors. Doors of opportunity. Doors of a chance to meet someone. Doors open for association. Doors open to find someone special. Doors open to find a unique business colleague. If you keep knocking, the phrase says, doors of opportunity are open to those who continually knock. So we don't find open doors of opportunity because we need them. We find them because we deserve them. Only those who knock deserve to find an open door. But the promise is, if you continually knock, you'll find doors of opportunity. It says, if you search, you will find. So make the note, it's good. Finding is reserved for the searchers because they deserve it. Now, at first they may have needed it, but they now know that just needing it is not sufficient. But if they need it, now they must qualify for it. The reason why you're going to be blessed with good ideas this weekend is because you've come searching. You've gotten on an airplane to come searching. You got in your automobile to come searching. You got here searching. Now you're ready to receive. And for those who search, they will find answers. They will find plans. Imagination to stir yourself into action for future benefit. So if you search to find a good idea, you must go looking and searching. You've got to go to church. You've got to go to class. You've got to go to the seminary. You've got to go to the library. You've got to go to the books if you wish to find. Rarely does a good idea interrupt you. Rarely. But if you will search, you will find. So we get not what we need, but we get what we deserve. It says if you ask, someone has an answer. If you keep asking, the answers belong to you, because by virtue of asking, you have qualified. So we don't get what we need, we get what we deserve. The mother on welfare should be taught in some small manner that hopefully she can begin deserving the welfare check. Not getting it because she needs it, but now starting to get it because she deserves it. If the welfare worker says to Mary, Mary, I brought a bucket of paint and a paintbrush, and the next time I come, if the door is painted and the fence here in front is painted, I give you the check for $450. Not that painting the door and painting the fence is worth $450. It's not worth that much, but it is the beginning of the process. So make that note. I want to begin the process of deserving. What would that be? What process should I begin engaging in to deserve good health, to deserve a good relationship, to deserve prosperity, to deserve an enterprise, to deserve the opportunity to build a city? What must I do to begin the process of deserving? So now the welfare worker comes back and the door is painted and the fence is painted. And now Mary gets the $450 to help take care of her children, not because she needs it, but because she's beginning to deserve it. Then the welfare worker thinks of some other project. She said, Mary, if these weeds are gone and this little garden is cultivated, when I come back, now that the door is painted and the fence is painted, if the weeds are gone and this little garden is cultivated, you get the $450. And step by step, a new life is emerging, learning the process of deserving and not just needing. We teach our children at home, right? Child says, I need $10. So that language doesn't work here. There's plenty of money here, and the vaults are full. But to say I need $10 is not how you open the vault. So the child says what? Wow, how can I get that $10 that I need? So here's what they learn to say. How could I earn $10? Now the vault opens up. Now the money starts to flow. How could I earn $10? What could I do to earn the money? Not to get the money because you need it. Maybe you need the money. That's, all of us have needs. But here the key is to figure out how to open the vault, how to open the bank, how to open this unbelievable flow of resources to come our way. And here's the key: to deserve it, not to need it. You can't walk out to the fields and say to the field, I need a crop. Here's what the field says. Here's what the ground says. Who is this clown that brings me his need but brings me no seed? So jot that down. Take your seed to the marketplace, not your need. Don't disclose your need to the marketplace, only your willingness. We'll talk about that a little later today. Because the marketplace is not interested in your need, but they are interested in your seed. They're interested in your willingness to work. They're interested in your disciplines. They're interested in your eagerness. They're interested in your vitality and your work ethic. That's what the marketplace is interested in. Not your need, but your seed. We get what we deserve. Old Testament God says, if you'll move toward me, I'll move toward you. See, that's how you get those occasions to meet God. You must make the move. God could say, you don't move, I don't move. You say, well, that's arbitrary. Well, when you're God, you can make it that way.
All right, guys, I'm gonna start the call up in 2 minutes. Let's take this time right now to send out those last minute messages to our group chats. Let's not let anybody miss this call. I know everybody had a good time yesterday on July 4th. Hope everybody had a great Independence Day, spent some time with family. But it's back to work, and I'm very, very excited for this week and everything that's going to be happening this week. So let's take a second. Let's take a minute or two, send out those last minute messages, let everybody know that Mornings with Nano is live in the next 2 minutes, fam. Let's run it.
So, the law says if you wish to receive, now let's talk about enlightened self-interest. If you wish to receive, and we would call the wish to receive self-interest. But if it's enlightened self-interest, here's what it says. I understand that in order to receive, I must give. Receiving is reserved for those who give. Receiving is not reserved for those who need it. It's reserved for those who deserve it. We deserve the receiving by giving. In fact, there's an extraordinary phrase in this little context, and here's what it says. It's better to give than it is to receive. Now, the uneducated person would find that difficult to ponder. Why would it be better to give than it is to receive? So let me give you one of the better phrases for the day. Here it is. Giving starts the receiving process. So, of course, it's better to give than it is to receive. How much receiving do you wish? You must start the giving process. For me to receive my additional fortunes for the future, not necessarily for the money, because I don't need the money. I take the money, but I don't need the money. But here's what I do need. For someone to say a year from now, 5 years from now, Mr. Rohn, that seminar helped to change my life. And for whatever reason, I was brought here to this place for this time. And later someone says that. See, to receive that kind of thanks, it's unbelievable. Here's what you cannot buy. That kind of thanks. You can't buy it with money. You have to earn it. Now let's expand a little further now. That it's called the law of riches and wealth. In our own self-interest, if we wish to be rich and wealthy and prosperous and healthy and all the valuable things we can think of for the human experience, how could we get there? It's understanding the law of enlightened self-interest and the law of deserving. The question was asked in the Bible, how can we be great? What is the key to greatness? Great wealth, great return, great accolades, trophies to put on the mantle above the fireplace. How can we get great respect, great riches, great abundance for ourselves? How can we get that? And the answer was given. And here was the answer. Find a way to serve.
Find a way to serve. That's the key to riches and wealth. All right, fam, here we go. Yes, there we are. Grand Rising Familia. Hope everybody is having a blessed morning. Happy Tuesday. I am so excited to be on this call with each and every single one of you guys. Morning routine finished, reading, writing, meditation done. Got my little coffee in this morning. Got some really good value for you guys this morning. And I said, you know what? I think it's time that, I teach the family something valuable, something, even though I always teach something valuable, but I wanted to really teach you guys some real sauce this week for the 4 days that we have. We have Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. And I said, why not, go over this book? Does anybody here, if you do have the book, do you have the book, The Feeling is the Secret? Does everybody have this book right here? Put a 1 in the chat box if you have the book, right? Because I want to go over this book. Let's see who has it. We have a few people who got it. Well, get that one ready real quick if you got it. If you have it, all right, get it ready because we are gonna get into this book today and this week. We are definitely gonna get into this book today and this week. And I'm telling you, I want to make sure that, because a lot of people read it, but I remember it's one thing to be able to sit down and break it down on a different level. Does anybody have not the audio, the PDF version of it? Does anybody have a PDF version of it that they can drop in the chat so that we can share with everybody so they can read along and kind of like pick it up with me? Does anybody have that? That'll be dope if somebody does have one. If anybody has a PDF version of it, but if you don't, then it's okay. They'll have to reread. But this is a book that, I always read this book. And I actually have, one of the leaders within my organization. Her name is Julie. She is the first female 6-figure earner within my organization, a phenomenal person, a mother, somebody I have an incredible amount of love and respect for. She's one of a kind. And she's telling me, like, bro, I'm reading this book every single day, all summer. Like, I read the book every day. I read the book every single day. And it's just so amazing what it has already done for her. I've seen her energy shift, and just everything that's happened for her over the last few weeks that she started reading it. So I'm excited for her and to see what the book is going to create for her. And she's one of the reasons for the inspiration that I have about this. So I want to make sure that you guys also get the same. Sent you the PDF on Telegram. Thank you so much, my brother. My guy came through. Okay, let me see if I can forward this. Let me forward it to the Nanos Keys to Success chat. I just forwarded, guys, to the Nanos Keys to Success chat. If you're not in there, let me just share it right here. This is the link for it. If you're not in there, I just dropped it in the chat right here. You can join that Telegram chat. Go in there. That's the PDF version of it. I still recommend the physical copy though, but if you don't, it's okay. But before we get started, as you guys know, we have to do one thing, and that one thing is gratitude. Okay, Berta. Hey, Nano, today I woke up at 5:55 a.m. and did my whole morning routine. Now tell me, Berta, how do you feel? All right, I just want you to tell me, sis, how do you feel? Like, how does it feel to wake up at a time that you said you were going to wake up and do your full morning routine? And now you're on Mornings with Nano. And then after Mornings with Nano, you're ready to work. That's amazing right there. I'm so proud of you, fam. I feel so awesome. Now, you see how what she said? What did she say? She said, I feel so awesome. I feel so awesome, right? And that's what we're going to be talking about today. The feeling is a secret. Now, what I want you to do, Berta, is I need you to keep that routine and that feeling the whole summer. Like from now till September 30th, which is the third quarter, I want you to keep that feeling right there. That feeling that you just expressed to me, I could feel the energy through the chat. Okay, can anybody else felt Berta's energy? She said, I feel so awesome. She said, I literally feel it in me right now of how awesome it feels. So please keep it all summer. Trust me, big things will come. That is the challenge right there. It's not doing it one day, but it's keeping it every single day through the tough days, through the days where you feel tired, you didn't get enough sleep. But let's get into today's call because I really am excited. Let's express some quick gratitude. What are you grateful for this morning? One thing, I am grateful for God. I am grateful for my health. I am grateful for my family, my mom, my dad, my little brother, my goddaughter, Dariana. I'm extremely grateful for Katie and my whole entire team. I'm grateful for the whole leadership dynasty. I'm grateful for my god brother. I had a moment last night with my mom, and I was thinking about my god brother, man, and it's crazy how he's not here anymore. So I know he's watching. He's watching right now above me, and he's super happy for what we've been able to do. But yesterday I had I had a moment by myself, literally, and I even shed some tears for my god brother because it just brought back a lot of memories, and to see him not here, being able to experience what we're experiencing, kind of like broke my heart. But I know he's watching over me right now, and he's here with us. So I'm grateful for him. I'm grateful for my health. I'm grateful for the roof over my head. I'm grateful for the food I get to eat. I'm grateful for the money that we are receiving in abundance. I'm extremely grateful for just all the amazing things that are happening in our lives. I'm grateful for The Feeling is a Secret. I'm grateful for my book, The Power of Now. I've been learning a lot from it, and I'm just super excited. Leadership is something that I'm extremely grateful for. Grateful for consistency. Grateful for Sana. Grateful for Jasmine. Grateful for my mentors, Matt Rosa, Matt Gribby, Jason Brown, Darwin Lopez, Alex Morton. Extremely grateful for all my mentors. My mentors growing up, my low-key mentors. Katie's like a low-key mentor of mine, so I'm grateful for her. And just extremely grateful for everything. Just so much to be grateful for, guys. Don't forget to be grateful. Okay, remember what I always say. It's better okay, to lose count naming your blessings than to lose your blessings naming your problems, counting your problems, basically. Don't ever forget that. It's better to lose count naming your blessings than to lose your blessings counting your problems, fams. Never forget that. Okay, never, ever, ever forget that. All right, amen. So, enough of the small talk. Let's get to work because we have a great book that we have to. Let's go, Jonathan. I made six figures by serving others. That's the key. So, I wanted to go over this book with you guys. The feeling is a secret, and it's a short book, as you guys can see. Look, the book is literally only a total of 33 pages, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, 33 pages. This book is short, but it's one of the most powerful books that you will ever read in your whole entire life, guaranteed. Like I said again, this will be one of the most powerful books that you read in your whole entire life, and it's only 33 pages. Okay. Now, this book is so powerful because, yes, I know that's a confirmation right there, and that's my angel number and everything, which is dope. So I want you guys to really understand this book on a different level because, we talked about, the feeling for a long time. When we were reading The Power of Awareness, right? I've had a lot of people come up to me and tell me, Nano, The Power of Awareness was the book that gave me a lot of perspective. It gave me a lot of, it changed a lot for me, right? And in reality, guys, let me tell you guys something. After you read The Power of Awareness, okay, you want to read The Feeling is a Secret. And then what you want to do is, after you finish reading The Feeling is a Secret, you want to go back to The Power of Awareness because it'll help you understand things on a lot different levels. Like when I first met my mentor, Matt Gribby, okay, I met him, and within 2 weeks of him meeting me, the first two books that he ordered for me the summer that I made six figures was these books. He said, these are the only two books I want you to read this summer. That's what he told me. When I first met him, this was summer of 2019. He gave me these books. He literally ordered them to my house. He said, give me your address. I'm going to order you two books. He said, I want you to apply the principles that you learn in these two books all summer. That's the summer that I went from making $2,000 a month to over $12,000 a month in 90 days. I only applied these principles. I only read those books. Okay. Now, remember, remember what he said. It's about applying the principles and reading them all summer. Because look at what tends to happen with people. And let me explain to you guys what happens. Sometimes we get told to do things, and sometimes either we don't do them or we read the books, but we don't apply it consistently, right? The thing was that I read them, but I continued to read them. So not only did I read The Power of Awareness once, I read it 2 or 3 times, right? Not only did I read The Feeling is a Secret, I read it over and over and over again. Like I would read it on the airplanes. I would literally take this book with me on the train, on airplanes, on cab rides, Ubers. If I was taking a 20-30 minute Uber ride, I was taking it. I would take this book and I would literally like fold it up like this. My other one is beat up, and I would put it in my pocket and travel with it and stuff like that. Literally, I remember I would travel with it everywhere, take it with me every single place. If I was gonna go have some lunch and I was gonna go by myself, because I used to spend a lot of time alone, I would always take the book with me because remember, you have to internalize the information, okay? And I want to make sure that you guys also understand this book. So let's get right into it because I don't want to take too long as well. But I'm gonna read the foreword really quick of what it says, and then I'm gonna get into the book and I'm gonna start breaking some things down so you guys can really get down to this information deep, because I want all of us to manifest our desires. So the purpose of this week's call is not much just to teach, but to teach and apply, because this is information that has to be applied in order for it to work. Okay, so let me read the foreword really fast. It says, this book is concerned with the art of realizing your desire. It gives you an account of the mechanism used in the production of the visible world. It is a small book, but not slight. There is a treasure in it, a clearly defined road to the realization of your dreams. So he said it before the book even started. He says, bro, there is a treasure in this book. He wouldn't say that for no reason. There is a treasure in this book, but you got to look for it. Okay. Were it possible to carry conviction to another by means of reasonable arguments and detailed instances, this book would be many times its size. It is seldom possible, however, to do so by means of written statements or arguments, since to the suspended judgment it always seems plausible to say that the author was dishonest or deluded, and therefore his evidence was tainted. Consequently, I have purposely omitted all arguments and testimonials and simply challenge the open-minded reader to practice the law of consciousness as revealed in this book. Personal success will prove far more convincing than all the books that could be written on the subject. Okay, so this will help you accomplish that personal success that you guys are looking for. Okay, now what you must do after you read this book and after you understand this book is help others understand the laws. Okay, so we're gonna do just chapter 1 today. I'm gonna cover it. I'm gonna break it down. I'm gonna help you guys understand it, but it gets deep. So I need you guys to have a highlighter if you have the book. If you don't have a highlighter, get the PDF. I hope you guys are ready because we're gonna get right into it. Right, so we're gonna go into chapter 1, the law and its operation. I need you guys to really listen today. If you guys want to take notes, you can take notes after. Get some key points, go back and read it, but I need you guys to really listen to what I'm going to say today. All right, so let's talk about it. All right, the law and its operation. All right, the world. I'm starting at the top. The world and all within it. It's man's conditioned consciousness is the world and all within it. It's man's conditioned consciousness objectified. Consciousness is the cause as well as the substance of the entire world. So it is to consciousness that we must turn if we would discover the secret of creation. Now, that is a very powerful first paragraph to start with. Now, I want to break something down to you guys, and I want you guys to really understand the way that he writes things. Look at this. He said, the world and all within it is man's conditioned consciousness objectified. That is a very powerful, first sentence. So the world and everything that's within our world is our mind, is our consciousness objectified. So whatever you see right now, look around your room, look around your job, look outside of your window. Everything that you see, is all of our conscious minds objectified, which means we created this. You created this with your conditioned consciousness. Now, he says consciousness is the cause as well as the substance of the world. Remember, consciousness is what we think about. Your conscious mind is your thinking mind. I need you guys to really understand this. Your conscious mind is the thinking mind. The subconscious mind is the emotional mind. Okay, there's two parts to your mind. And I know this may be very advanced for the individuals here, that are hearing this for the first time. So I'm going to break it down in ways that you guys can really break this down. Okay, so knowledge of the law of consciousness and the method of operating this law will enable you to accomplish all you desire in life. Armed with a working knowledge of this law, you can build and maintain an ideal world. Consciousness is the one and only reality, not figuratively, but actually. So what we think about is the only reality, the one and only reality. We create the life that we want through our thoughts, through what we think about. So if we look at our world right now and everything in it, all of it was created through our consciousness, through the consciousness of ourselves and our families. Okay, I understand that where I live and where I'm from and where I grew up in is a direct reflection of my mom and dad's consciousness. Okay, where I live in Miami is a reflection of the consciousness that I've been able to develop over time. Okay, so it's understanding and seeing the difference between the two. Okay, once I started to create my own consciousness and I started to develop it, okay, my environment changed. I went from living in a 3-bedroom apartment to a penthouse in Miami. Okay, so it's important that you guys see all of this, and it's key. Now, this reality may, for the sake of clarity, be likened onto a stream which is divided onto two parts: the conscious and the subconscious. In order to intelligently operate the law of consciousness, it is necessary to understand the relationship between the conscious and the subconscious. Now it gets good. I need you guys to hear me out here. The conscious is personal and selective. The subconscious is impersonal and non-selective. The conscious is the realm of effect. The subconscious is the realm of cause. These two aspects are the male and female divisions of the consciousness. So stay with me right here. The conscious is the male. The subconscious is female. The conscious generates ideas and impresses these ideas on the subconscious. The subconscious receives the ideas and gives form and expression to them. Now, that is a very important thing to highlight right there if you haven't highlighted it, okay? There's two parts of the mind. Two parts of the mind. So we said that the conscious mind is the male. The subconscious is the female, okay? The conscious, which is the thinking mind, generates and impresses ideas on the subconscious. Okay, it's very important that you guys understand this. So we generate ideas by reading, by what we hear, by what we talk about, by the things that we see. I'm on page 2. The subconscious receives the ideas and it gives form and expression to them. So whatever you impress through your thinking, think about this. Okay, whatever you impress through your conscious mind, okay, whatever you think about is then impressed into your subconscious mind. Your subconscious mind is what creates. I want you to understand that. Look at what it says. The subconscious receives the ideas and gives form and expression to them. So whatever you think is then impressed into your subconscious mind, and then your subconscious mind expresses it. It gives form to it. Then it becomes a reality in your physical world. So this is why they say there must be a change of thought, a change of consciousness before you can change your reality. Now, let's continue in that same paragraph. By this law, first conceiving an idea and then impressing the idea conceived on the subconscious, all things evolve out of consciousness. And without this sequence, there is not anything made that is made. So everything that you see created right now. So for example, this apartment, all right, this was impressed as an idea for my dad and my mom. They wanted an apartment. They wanted an apartment for their family, for example, right? Before I was even born, right? This was a idea for them. Okay. Consciously, they impressed the idea into themselves that they wanted an apartment here where they can pay a certain amount of money a month and it was affordable. Okay. Then that idea was impressed into my mom and dad's subconscious mind, which was then received, and then it was given form to and expression to them. This is the expression of a thought that mom and dad had 25, 30 years ago. Okay. So everything that you see right now, the situations that you're going through right now, specifically, let's say you're going through a specific something right now, whether good or bad, whether you're having the most incredible month or whether you're not having the best month. Everything was once an idea that was impressed into your conscious mind. Everything from your business success, everything from your financial issues, everything from your relationship with your significant other, everything was once a thought. It was once an idea. I need you to understand this is so important because most people don't understand this. So I'm going to break it down very easily. It was an idea. It was a thought. Okay. Now that thought, you got to remember this. The thought, okay, was then impressed into the subconscious. And then what the subconscious does is it receives the idea, it receives the thought, and it gives it form and expression. So remember this, it's all energy. That's all this is. It's all energy. Energy cannot be created nor destroyed. It can only be transferred. Very important that everybody understands what I'm covering right now. Energy cannot be created nor destroyed. It can only be transferred. Okay? So if one day you put the energy that you wanted to be successful, you wanted to accomplish a certain amount of, growth, and you wanted to hit a certain rank, anything specifically, that was the energy. Okay? That energy is already out there. So what did we do? The energy couldn't be created nor destroyed. All it could do is could be transferred. You then transferred that into your subconscious. Your subconscious then expressed it into physical form. That's how this all works, good or bad. So if you're going through character building times, if you're going through struggles, if you're going through financial, traumas, it's because those are the thoughts that are being internalized in your life. These are and your subconscious is just continuing to give them expression because of how much you think about certain things. Okay. So now if we continue, listen to this. The conscious impresses the subconscious, while the subconscious expresses all that is impressed upon it. You got to this is the stuff that we all got to understand right here. Look at this, what he said. The conscious impresses the subconscious. That's why they say everything starts within. So the conscious impresses the subconscious, while the subconscious expresses all that is impressed upon it. So anything you impress on the subconscious is going to express it. That's why it's important that you guys stand guard at the door of your mind, because anything that you allow in is going to go out. Anything that you accept is true is going to go out, no matter what. No matter what. The subconscious does not originate ideas, but accepts as true those which the conscious mind feels to be true in a way known only to itself, objectifies and accepts idea. Therefore, through his power to imagine and feel and his freedom to choose the idea, he will entertain. Man or woman has control over creation. This is important right here. Very important. They said something there, and I want you guys to highlight this part right here. It said, the subconscious does not originate ideas, but accepts as true those which the conscious mind feels to be true in a way only to itself, objectifies the accepted idea. So the subconscious mind does not originate ideas. What does that mean? Okay. The subconscious mind doesn't go and look like, well, this person is thinking about this, but that's wrong. Let me actually make it the right idea. Right. So, for example, if I had thoughts of poverty, thoughts of lack, my subconscious mind is not going to be like, well, no, you know what? Nano never has thoughts of lack. Nano usually has thoughts of abundance. Let me switch his thought of lack to an abundance thought. No, it's not how it works. The subconscious mind does not originate the idea. It accepts as true whatever you feel onto it. So whatever you tell it, that's what it's going to do. It's not sitting there originating and picking, well, this is negative, this is positive, this is negative. You give it negative, it will express negative. You give it positive, it will express positive. That's what he's saying. Okay. So therefore, through his power to imagine and feel and his freedom to choose the idea he will entertain, man or woman has control over creation. That's why you have to be very careful with the ideas that you choose to accept. Very careful with the ideas that you choose to accept, not only from yourself, but from other people. A lot of other people have crazy influence over you. Mom, dad, friends, girlfriend, co-workers, so on and so forth. Very important that you're very careful with the ideas that are being impressed onto you on a day-to-day basis. Very important that you pay attention to that stuff. A lot of people miss that because they think that because that person is your friend, you think that because that's your mom and your dad, because this person is your girlfriend or your boyfriend. You think that because they are telling you something and you think that is true and you accept it, that's a losing formula for some people. Because what is the first basic in your wish is your command? What is the first basic in your wish is your command? Type it in the chat box if you know what the first basic is. What is the first basic? Who do you listen to? Who are you listening to? That is installed in my mind for life. Because when somebody talks to me, the first thing that comes to my mind is, who am I listening to? The moment anyone is giving me any kind of advice, the moment anybody is talking to me, the moment anyone is saying anything to me, the moment I turn the TV on, anything, okay, anything, the first thought that comes to my mind is, who am I listening to? Who am I allowing to have influence and have literally how do you allow anybody to have influence on your mind? That's important. Who you allow to have influence on your mind is very key. That's why I am so thankful that we have 800 900 thousands of people who jump on this call, because you guys are allowing me, okay, you guys are allowing me to have influence on your mind. The ideas that I impress on your minds can then go and be expressed, okay? So that's why I'm so thankful for all of you guys. Not because you guys jump on Mornings with Nano and give me likes and are willing to support me and post me on your social medias. Guys, that's amazing. Yes, but the fact that if you guys really understood this on a different level than I understand it, you guys are allowing me to have influence and to pour into you, into your mind. It's like it's like if there was a security guard in front of your mind like this, the security guard already knows me. He's like, yeah, bro, come in, man. You good. That's literally what it feels like. Every single one of you guys have security guards in front of your mind like this. And you guys are just like, yeah, nah, Nano's good. Nano's on the guest list. He can come in. He can come in. And I appreciate that. I appreciate that because you guys are allowing me to pour into you and give you guys new ideas that can help change your situation. Now, let's get deep into this because it's only going to get deeper and we only have a few pages left, right? So, no ID, no nothing, right? Control of the subconscious is accomplished through control of your ideas and feelings, all right? So if you want to take control of your subconscious, which is that is the ultimate key to success. Control of the subconscious is accomplished through the control of your ideas and feelings. Let's continue. The mechanism of creation is hidden in the very depths of the subconscious, the female aspect or womb of creation. The subconscious transcends reason and it's independent of induction. Let's continue. It contemplates a feeling as a fact existing within itself, and on this assumption proceeds to give expression to it. The creative process begins with an idea, and the cycle runs its course as a feeling and ends in a volition to act. Let me look up that word right there, volition, really quick, so I could get a better understanding of it. Okay, volition definition means the faculty or power of using one's will. Okay, perfect. Cycle its course, feeling, and ends in a volition. Ideas are impressed on the subconscious mind through the medium of feeling. No idea can be impressed on the subconscious mind until it is felt. But once felt, be it good, bad, or indifferent, it must be expressed. That whole little paragraph must be highlighted because that is probably one of the most powerful things that you would read in this chapter specifically right here. He's basically breaking down the process right here. Okay, so we start from the top. It says it contemplates a feeling as a fact existing within itself, and on this assumption proceeds to give expression to it. The creative process begins with an idea, and its cycle runs its course as a feeling and ends in a volition to act. Ideas are impressed on the subconscious through the medium of feeling. So everything is through the feeling. That's why I told you guys, print out the emotional guidance scale so you can know what kind of feelings you're impressing in yourself. Okay? No idea can be impressed on the subconscious mind until it is felt. But once felt, listen to what he says, be it good, bad, or indifferent, it must be expressed. The feelings are the key. Now, if you think about this, guys, this is information that the average person doesn't know. So look at what happens in the world that we live in. Let me tell you guys why the world that we live in is a little bit messed up. Okay. Most people are not aware of this information. So now think about this. Think about this really quick. Think about what people, the higher ups, are doing right now. Let's really sit down and think about what's going on in terms of what the media is doing, the news and everything, right? That's all. When we go back to it, is who do we listen to? Okay. Look at our social medias, how they're infested. Look at the news. Look at everything that is happening. They are, if you think about it, they are impressing ideas onto us, ideas of fear, doubts, insecurities, death, all of these crazy ideas. Now, how do you think those ideas make us feel? How do you think those ideas make us feel? They make us have feelings of doubt, feelings of fear, depression, anxiety. You see what I'm saying? So, and look at what he says. No idea can be impressed on the subconscious until it is felt. So how do you think it feels when you turn on the TV? There's wars going on. There's people dying. There's things happening all over the world. You go on social media. Every time you're on social media and you're scrolling, you see news after news of this and that and this and that and this and that. What do you think is happening now? What do you think is happening to our parents? What do you think is happening to our families for the people that allow these things to be impressed upon them? What do you think is going to happen to them? These ideas are impressed into their subconscious mind. They feel it because obviously they have no other choice. They don't know this. They're not aware of this. And once felt, be it good, bad, or indifferent, it must be expressed. So whatever they feel, they're going to have to express it. And then that's why they have the things happen to them in life. Because they have to live in the reality of what? Of what they impress into their subconscious mind, family. Why you think vid happened the way that it did? It was accepted. Most people just accepted it. That's what it was. Through the ideas impressed by other people. It was a mind game. It's all a mind game. I wish I could get deeper into this, but we'll leave it for another day. But I need you guys to understand this on a deeper level than just what's going on. And I need you guys to wake up because I don't want you guys to fall into this stuff. I will never want you guys to fall into this stuff because it's all a game. It's all about who knows how to play the game or who doesn't. If you learn how to play the game won't play you. If you learn how to play the game won't ever play you. It's all a game. And you got to learn the game. What I'm teaching you right now is the game. The real game. The thing that could change your life if you allow it. Is it scary and does reality hit sometimes? Yes, but there needs to be somebody that wakes you guys up. Because that's what this world is heading into, is heading into a big awakening. Now, let's continue here. Feeling is the one and only medium through which ideas are conveyed to the subconscious. Therefore, the man who does not control his feeling may easily impress the subconscious with undesirable states. By control of feeling is not meant restraint or suppression of your feeling, but rather the disciplining of self to imagine and entertain only such feeling as contributes to your happiness. Control of your feelings is all important to a full and happy life. Never entertain an undesirable feeling nor think sympathetically about wrong in any shape or form. Do not dwell on the imperfection of yourself or others. To do so is to impress the subconscious with these limitations. What you do not want done onto you, do not feel that it is done onto you or another. This is a whole law of full and happy life. Everything else is commentary. Do not do it, Alberta. Do not do it. Every feeling makes a subconscious impression, and unless it's counteracted by a more powerful feeling of an opposite nature, must be expressed. This is key. The dominant of two feelings is the one expressed. The dominant of two feelings is the one expressed. I am healthy is a stronger feeling than I will be healthy. To feel I will be is to confess I am not. I am is stronger than I am not. What you feel you are always dominates what you feel you would like to be. Therefore, to be realized, the wish must be felt as a state that is rather than it must be felt as a state that is rather than a state that is not. So when we speak, we need to speak in the reality that we are already here. I am successful. I am a millionaire. I am healthy. I am in shape. I am so and so. Because the moment you say, I will be in shape, I will be successful, I will be a millionaire, I will, that's telling yourself you're not. So the words that you use are also very important. I was telling myself I was a six-figure earner when I was broke. I would say, I am a six-figure earner. I am a chairman. I am successful. I am wealthy. I am. I am consistent. Now I will be consistent. I am consistent. I am. And you got to understand that. That's what he's saying. If you read it again, he said, I am healthy is a stronger feeling than I will be healthy. If you really sit down and try it yourself, if you think about it, what feels better? I am healthy or I will be healthy? You can almost even feel the difference in vibration. All right. It's different, right? You can feel it in the vibration, right? Say it. I am healthy, right? I am healthy. It feels better than saying I will be healthy. You see the difference? You can even feel the difference in the word of the vibration and the energy. I can feel it. I can feel the difference of me saying I am healthy, how good that feels to say that I am healthy compared to saying I will be healthy, because what's that saying is that I'm not healthy now. So there's a lot more energy in I am. Now, listen to this now. It starts, we only have a few, I think like 2 or 3 more pages. We're done. Actually, there's a lot more pages than that, but we'll cover as much as we could. Okay. But listen to this. Sensation precedes manifestation and is the foundation upon which all manifestation rests. Be careful of your moods and feelings. So I say to you guys, be careful of your moods and feelings, for there is an unbroken connection between your feelings and your visible world. Your body is an emotional filter and bears the unmistakable marks of your prevalent feelings, your prevalent emotions. Emotional disturbances, especially suppressed emotions, are the causes of all disease. To feel intensely about a wrong without voicing or expressing that feeling is the beginning of disease. Then they spell it dis-ease in both body and environment. Do not entertain the feeling of regret or failure for frustration or detachment from your objective results in disease. If you read that paragraph again and you relate it to what we've seen in the last 2 months, in the last 2 years since 2020, you will see what has happened and you will understand things on a different level. Nothing can be expressed in your physical world without it first starting in your mind. I look at life so much different since I've read books like this. This is why I tell you guys, I can meet somebody and have one conversation with them, and I can tell you so much about them. I can tell you so much about them based off of the energy that they are expressing, because that right there, right away, tells me what they are impressing. I can have one conversation with you and I can tell you so much about yourself. Because these are laws. These are laws. Everything starts in the mind first, and then it becomes expressed. It's so key that you guys, this is why the tear method, tear, TEAR, all right, is your thoughts control your emotions determine the actions that you take, and the actions that you take determine the results. You always look at the results and you connect the dots going backwards. That's what I always do. I said, okay, what are the results? What is this individual's results? What is this individual's results? Okay, perfect. Now let's see. We go back now. The results. Now, what are the actions that they're taking? The actions that they're taking, whether they are taking actions or not, is based off of what? The emotions that they feel. And that emotions that they feel are based off of the what? The thoughts that they're having. And it goes even deeper. Why are they having these thoughts, and where are these thoughts coming from? And then there's a source. And the source usually comes from the people, television, social media, phones, media, and so on and so forth. This is key. Must understand this information if you want to be successful. Everything goes back down to the feelings. This is why every day you must wake up excited, blessed, looking forward to things. Why do you think I'm always teaching these things? Guys, I learned this 3 years ago, and 3 years later, I'm still teaching it. It's because I still haven't mastered this information. Am I extremely aware of the information? Yes, but it takes years to master this information. This is the keys. Like, guys, the stuff that I'm teaching you right now, this is information that, if applied, can change your whole life forever. Forever. It'll change your whole entire life forever. You'll never, ever, ever be the same if you apply the information that I'm teaching you on this call right now. Listen to what it said right here. It said, your body is an emotional filter and bears the unmistakable marks of your prevalent emotion. Emotional disturbances, especially suppressed emotions, are the causes of all diseases. Suppressed emotions, emotions that you keep within, are the causes of all diseases. Yes. So I hope you guys caught that one right there. Listen to it again. And like I said again, think about what has happened the last 2 years. Listen to it again and think about what has happened the last 2 years. Your body is an emotional filter and bears the unmistakable marks of your prevalent emotions. Emotional disturbances, especially suppressed emotions, the ones that are kept within, are the cause of all disease. How has everybody been feeling the last few years with everything that's been happening? Why do you guys think my morning routine is priority? Why do you think I do so much meditation on forgiving and healing and focused on everything that is positive and denying everything that is negative? Why do you think I've told you guys that I'm able sometimes through the power of my mind to switch myself from almost getting a cold to getting back to a healthy form? Because I don't accept it. I never accept it. Right? Next time you feel yourself about to get a cold or about to get, under the weather, trick your mind to think otherwise. I always do it and it always works. I felt myself about to go under the weather for a little bit. All right. I fell asleep right in front of my AC and I woke up one morning feeling a little bit under the weather. And I was like, man, damn. Okay. And you know what I did? I started to impress into my subconscious mind that I was healthy, that my immune system was strong. All of these things, I started to do it over and over and over again. A day later, it all disappeared. My body is strong. My immune system is filled with strong defenses. You can undo a lot of things in your life. And this is great information for if one day anyone in your family or even yourself goes into, any kind of, hospital, or you fall into any disease, God forbid, okay, you know how to get yourself out of it because you are aware of the information. The reason why I work so hard, okay, I want you to understand this. One of the reasons why I work so hard to get the money, okay, it's not because of the money specifically, it's because of the things that the money can buy me, the access to resources that money is going to give me. I'm going to only have the highest level of nutrition once I have the money. I'm going to drink only the best water. I'm only going to eat nothing but the best food. My body is a temple. I'm only going to eat the best. I'm only going to feed my body the best. I'm only going to drink the best. I'm going to have a nutritionist, somebody that is guiding me through every single step of my process when it comes to the food that I feed my body. I'm going to pay top dollar to get food from specific sources. Not getting it from your regular grocery store. No, getting it from the best sources. Understanding the vitamin. Guys, if you want to live long, you need to have this. If you want to experience enlightenment, you need to have this. We need to work to get that so that we don't eat the garbage and the poison that we are being fed every day. I'm just being honest with you. Okay, I'm just being real with you. The things that we eat on a day-to-day basis, you could almost guarantee that it is not helping us vibrate at a higher level. That's the point. It is all controlled. Everything. You need to understand this stuff. Think about it. It all comes down to your emotions, how you feel. That's what it's all going to come down to. How you feel. If you don't believe me, listen to Your Wish is Your Command, Part 8. Listen to Your Wish is Your Command, Part 8. And you'll understand things on a different level. All right? Let's read another page or two, and then we'll finish the rest of it tomorrow. Because the law and its operation is going to need at least 2 days. But let's continue right here. Think feelingly only of the state you desire to realize. Feeling the reality of the state sought and living and acting on that conviction is the way of all seeming miracles. All changes of expression are brought about through a change of feeling. A change of feeling is a change of destiny. All creation occurs in the domain of the subconscious. What you must acquire then is a reflective control of the operation of the subconscious. That is control of your ideas and feelings. Chance or accident is not responsible for the things that happen to you, nor is predestined fate the author of your fortune or misfortune. Your subconscious impressions determine the conditions of your world. The subconscious is not selective. It is impersonal, and no respecter of persons. The subconscious is not concerned with the truth or falsity of your feeling. It is always accepts as true that which you feel to be true. truth right there. Feeling is the ascent of the subconscious, to the truth of that which is declared to be true. Because of this quality of the subconscious, there is nothing impossible to man. Whatever the mind of a man can conceive and feel as true, the subconscious can and must objectify. Your feelings create the pattern of from which your world is fashioned, and a change of feeling is a change of pattern. Now, when I changed my situation, it was after I read this book, because I understood. I was like, man, okay, right now I am broke. I don't have money. I am struggling financially. I am drowning in debt. How is that making me feel? It made me feel terrible. So I said, okay, I learned this information. I said, let me see if this really works. Let me see if this actually works. Let me just apply this over a period of time. I'm going to just start applying it. I'm going to apply this for the whole summer. And that's what I did that summer. I was unhappy with where I was. I was unhappy with how I felt. I was unhappy with my current situation. Okay. But I said, I need to change that. So what I started to do, right? Let me see. Here's my book, right? What I started to do was I had a goal card. And I said, I'm going to change my feelings. Instead of complaining about my lack of finances, I'm going to be grateful for my lack. I'm going to be grateful for the abundance of finances that I have. Instead of, focusing on all the debt that I have, I'm going to focus on all the abundance that I have. Instead of focusing on the people that are not joining my business, I'm going to focus on the plethora of people that are joining my business. I'm going to change my focus. I'm going to change the way I think. I'm going to focus on creating the reality that I want and feeling really good every morning, regardless how broke and how everything that I am. I changed it didn't matter the situation, because I know that the situation that I had created at the moment was because of the ideas that I had impressed upon it months before that. So what I said was, I'm going to impress different ideas into my mind the next 90 days. I'm going to work on this very, very, very intentionally. So every day I would wake up, first thing I would do, read my goal card. I would practice the feeling of it. Thank you, God. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Now that I am a six-figure earner, I am so blessed and I am so thankful to be here. I am so thankful to be here. I am so filled with gratitude. Every day I would have an alarm go off on my phone, reminding me of the feeling is the secret. Stay in the feeling, Nano. Stay in the feeling. I didn't change my situation because of the money that I got. I was able to change my situation because of the feelings that I felt. That's what I did. All I did was change my feelings to change my situation. That's all I did. I didn't change anything else. I changed my feelings by the thoughts that I was impressing. And if you do this over a period of time, that's how your life can change. It's so simple. We all have the keys to do it. All you got to do is change the way that you feel. And the way that you change the way that you feel is by the thoughts you impress upon it. You really want to change your life, you got to change the way you feel. And I know it sounds crazy for somebody to hear this, especially if you're hearing this for the first time, right? But this is how I did it. This is how I did it. This is exactly how I did it. I can go back to those moments where I was in this living room right here. And my alarm would go off, guys, and I swear I would be standing up like this. I promise you guys, I would be standing like this. And I would be reading my goal card. Yes, thank you. I am so grateful. And I would be screaming in this living room by myself. If there were cameras here, I wish I could go back. to when it happened, but that's how I did it. And I would sit there and celebrate, and I would be like, yes. But mind you, I was broke. I didn't have money. I didn't have anything, but I was practicing the feeling of like, yo, this feels so great. I am rich, bro. I am abundant. I am this chairman. I would see myself as, right? It says in the book, you must stay in the feeling of the wish fulfilled long enough over a period of time. I was putting myself in the feeling as much as I could. Every chance that I got myself in that feeling. I saw myself living in Miami. I saw myself living that lifestyle on the beach. I would always see it. I would always see it. So what did I do? What did my life become? My life became an expression of what I was impressing on it. That's all it became. That's all my life is today. All the money I make today, all the success I have today, all of these things that I have today are all impressions that I impress into my mind, and there are now just expressions. Me becoming the first educator for MMX, all right, Bob Proctor's program, I was impressing that idea onto myself years ago. Me traveling the world were ideas that I impressed into my mind years ago. Me having 10 plus six-figure earners in my organization are ideas that I impressed into my mind years ago. Years ago, fam. Me having certain mentors that I have in my life today, those were ideas that I impressed into my mind years ago. Mentors like Matt Rose, mentors like Alex Morton, mentors like Matt Gribley, right? I was almost able to get close enough to Bob Proctor, but then his time passed. But guess what? I was connected right with the individuals that come under his lineage that he poured into for years. The Matt Gribbies of the world, the Alex Mortons of the world. And they poured into me. We have all the information we need to become successful on these calls. Yeah, Eric Worre, yep, everybody. People that I've always wanted. I've been in his house. But it was all through the feelings, guys. Everything that I got today was because I learned how to manage my feelings. I learned emotional intelligence, especially in this business. When people quit, it's because of lack of emotional intelligence. They make emotional decisions, not logical decisions. If you woke up this morning and you didn't do your morning routine, it's because you lack emotional intelligence. You allowed the old version of yourself to take more control of you instead of the new version of you. The new version of you would have woke up, did your whole morning routine, no excuses, got right to work. But because you let the old version of you sink in, you really didn't do it. And right now you feel a little bit guilty that you haven't done it. That's the difference, right? Berta, right now, for example, she feels awesome. Right, Berta did her full morning routine this morning. She said she woke up at 5:55 a.m. and she did her whole morning routine. She feels amazing now. She's in a state of creation. She can create from this state. She can sit here now and create. But imagine if she would have just woke up 5 minutes before mornings went in. You think she would have felt awesome? It wouldn't be the same. It wouldn't have been the same. I'm telling you. She feels awesome because she said she was going to wake up at that time. She did her full morning routine, and now, and look, she's at work. No excuses. Berta, now what I challenge you to do is go make someone's day at work. During lunchtime, bring somebody back a box of donuts. Make someone's day at work today. Make one of your customers' day at work. Let them know how grateful you are for their contributions and for the energy that they bring. Make someone smile today. Go be intentional at work today. Love the work that you do. And when you get home, you're going to be filled with energy. You're not going to be tired. You know why? Because you love what you do. That's the thing. That's what I tell people all the time. When people tell me, bro, I get so tired. I get home so tired from work. I can't work. I'm like, I already know the thoughts that you tell yourself. I already know. Why not tell yourself that you get out of work and you feel amazing, you feel blessed? You're more energized when you get out of work. I literally convinced one of my friends, one of my leaders once, hated his work, hated going to work. I said, look, let me teach you something. You need to love what you do, because your work is, without your job, you wouldn't be able to pay the bills. Without your job, you wouldn't. So what I want you to do is I want you to change your perspective on your job. And I want you to feel different about your job starting tomorrow. So what are you going to do when you wake up in the morning? I want you to be super intentional with your morning routine. Get to a point where you feel really, really, really good. And then when you're at work, feel even better. Be happy that you're at work. Be happy that you get to serve customers. Make someone's day. Make it a goal to make someone's day every day. Make it a goal that eventually you're going to quit this job. Start to feel good about everything that you do. Guess what, guys? Less than 6 months later, he quit the job because he got so good at coming home, and because his excuse was, I am so tired after work. I can't even put work in after work. That was his excuse. That was the reality that he was living. He said, bro, I get home so tired from work. How am I going to work on my business? I said, bro, I need you to change that mindset. I want you to change your mindset from you get home so tired from work. Instead of saying that, say, I am so energized to work on my business after work. I am so energized. I am so excited to work on my business after work. And what he would do is, obviously, he would get home 5 o'clock. He was working a regular 9 to 5. He was up at 6 a.m. Think about this. He was up at 6 a.m. He would do his morning routine from 6 to 8. Okay, then he would be on his way to work, whatever. He would be at work from 9 to 5. He gets out of work. I think he was like about 30 minutes. By work, he would finish. He would spend time with family, eat, whatever, from until 7-ish or so, 7:30. And then he would work on his business from 8 o'clock to like about 11 midnight. So he would work on his business 3 to 4 hours out of the day. Part-time. He was working on his business, sacrifices he had to make. He did that for 6 months. He quit his job and started doing it full time. Now, he did those 6 months of sacrifice, though. He sacrificed 6 months of not as much time with family, not as much time with, kids and so on and so forth. And now he has all the time. But what did he do? He sacrificed. He woke up early from 6 to 8 morning routine. He was more intentional at work. He loved what he did. He found a blessing in what he was doing. And then after work, he worked on his business for 3 to 4 hours intentionally. He did it for 6 months. His whole life changed. Now he does the business full time. And now he has all the time in the world. Why? Because he changed what he was telling himself. He started telling himself, instead of I get home, think about it. He didn't change anything, right? Before I had that conversation with him, he was telling himself, I get home so tired from work, that he believed that story so much that when he would get home from work, he was tired. So all he wanted to do was chill, relax. He wouldn't go to the gym. He would just sit there and watch TV. He wouldn't study. He wouldn't do anything. And then he would go to sleep to wake up and do it again. But now he started telling himself, I feel so good after work, and I'm so excited to work on my business, and I'm this and I'm so. Now he would get home from work, and instead of being tired, he was energized. Instead of not working on his business, now he was working on his business. And everything changed for him. And he did that for 6 months. And in 6 months, he was able to quit his job. And that's it. In 6 months, he did it consistently. Every day he made someone's day. at work. Every day he did his morning routine for 6 months. Every day he worked on his business Monday through Friday, 3 to 4 hours a day. 6 months later, he had no job, and now he lives the life of his dreams. He travels, freaking found the woman of his dreams. I think he's about to get engaged. He's making money, about to hit his first 6 figures. And he hated his job. He hated his job. But for 6 months, it changed everything. Because he changed what? His feelings, fam. And that's the key. All right, so we're going to stop right there. We're on page 6, so we'll finish these last few pages tomorrow. All right. But if you guys got value from today, put a 3 in the chat box if you guys got value from today. All right. I know we only read a few, but we have to break it down like this. I had to break it down like this so that you guys can understand. And tomorrow we'll finish up that first one, because that first one is everything, the law and its operation. So tomorrow we'll do the law and its operation part 2. But understand that the feeling is everything, guys. Right now I'm speaking to my team the importance of July for explosion. July is the month for explosion. What did we talk about yesterday? We talked about it yesterday, guys. We talked about happiness is, I can't remember what it was, but joy is a decision. I know we said happiness is somebody remind me. Happiness is a feeling, joy is a decision. Okay. That's important that we understand. Joy is a decision. It's something that you feel every single day. You must live in joy. Happiness is a feeling, joy is a decision. Happiness is a feeling, joy is a decision. Joy is you deciding every day to live in that high vibration. Joy is I made a decision to live in joy regardless of whatever is happening in life. I am just living life blessed, because we do live the best life. If you truly, it's all perspective when you sit down and think about it. It's all key. All right, family. So thank you guys so much for hopping on this call. If you guys got value from this, like this video, please. If you guys got value from this call, I'm super blessed and grateful for all of you. Today was a great call, and I'm actually looking forward to this week, because this week is key. What I would say in terms of action after this call, go get yourself in a good state of vibration. Go make yourself feel good. If you haven't finished your morning routine, go do your morning routine. Go do some reading. Go put yourself in a position to win and elevate, guys, because this is where you want to be. You want to be here. You want to put yourself in this position. This is super key. Your life can change in 90 days. And that's what I want to do. I want everybody on this call 90 days from now to be like, yo, my whole life changed just because of I changed my feelings. Just because you change your feelings, your whole life changed. Imagine that. Imagine telling people, yo, how did your whole life change so fast? I just changed the way that I felt. Once you change that, everything else is going to come. I want us to look back 90 days from now, and I want to look in the chat box and people tell me, yo, Nano, yo, I just quit my job. Nano, I just had my biggest trading. I just enrolled three huge leaders into my business. I just closed the real estate deal. I just did this. I just did that. I just became a 6-figure earner. I want 90 days from now for everybody to come on these calls and be like, bro, we've accomplished so much these last 90 days. Because I know I am. Because I know I am. But I want us to do it together. And that's why I lead by example. And I teach you guys the things that I am learning so that you guys can have the quantum lead with me. The only thing I can do is I can't do the work for you. I can't be consistent for you. I can't be disciplined for you. And I can't jump on the call for you. You have to do it. All right, family. So we wrap it up right there. Like this video if you haven't. We have a huge day ahead of us. Let's go be extremely productive. Let's do a quick prayer and then we'll head out. Quick prayer. Everybody bow your heads and let's pray. Father God, thank you so much for this beautiful Tuesday morning that you've allowed us to wake up on. We are so thankful for you and everything that you do for us. And because you woke us up this morning, we know that you are not done working on us. So thank you for your protection. Thank you for your love. Thank you for being our leader. Thank you for allowing us to keep ourselves healthy and protected at all times. This is amazing. We are learning some valuable information, and all of these feelings that we feel inside right now are just feelings of gratitude, feelings of peace, feelings of joy. We are just so excited for everything that you're doing for us inside of us. And it's just amazing that we have an individual like you in our lives that are here with us each and every single day. For anyone who's on this call that has any feelings that are low vibrational, any feelings of depression, anxiety, doubts, fears, insecurities, any of those feelings, God, I want you to put your hand over those individuals and cleanse them of those feelings. Cleanse them of those feelings. Allow those individuals to get rid of those feelings and only allow feelings of joy, only allow feelings of abundance and peace and love inside of those individuals, so we can have every single person on this call vibrating at a high level, so we can go out there and be the examples that we want to see in the world. All right, God. And that's our goal here, is to wake up as many people in this times. And you've chosen us because we are the chosen ones, God. So we thank you so much for choosing us. We promise to continue to serve our purpose. We promise to continue to work on ourselves so we can be the examples. We appreciate you for your guidance. Continue to lead us, continue to guide us. In your name we pray, God. Amen. 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 All right, fam. So love you. Hope you guys all have a blessed day. Continue to grow, continue to elevate. This is amazing. 400 plus on the call every morning. Is nothing better than this. One of my leaders, one of my sisters, she's live on TikTok with us, and she be getting 200-300 people on TikTok, which is lit. So we're actually live on TikTok, and we're getting 200-300 people on TikTok as well. So we have like 400 or 500 on YouTube, another 100 to 200 on Instagram. We have another 200 on TikTok. We everywhere right now, fam. So the family is really blowing up, fam. The fam is really blowing up. So I love you guys. Continue to grow. Follow me on Instagram at Long Live Nano. I only have one Instagram, okay, guys? I will never ask you for money. I will never ask you how your trade is going. Be careful of the fake pages, all right? If I message you first, okay, it's probably a fake page. Go look at the likes. Go look at the comments. Go look at the pictures, how recently they were posted. Do not get scammed, please. I know there's a lot of fake pages. It's sad that people could use such an amazing person's image to go do bad things. It's crazy what this world has come down to. Those are things that are out of my control. We're working on getting myself verified, but that is that way that works. So guys, like this video if you got value from it. If you guys want to follow me outside of this, follow me on Instagram, but you can also follow me on my podcast, which is on, you could look it up, Mornings with Nano. It's on Apple Podcasts. It's on Spotify. It's on iHeartRadio, Amazon Music, SoundCloud. You guys can find it anywhere out there. You guys can go and listen to some more of that other stuff. But overall, just great information. Like this video, subscribe to my channel if you haven't, okay? And turn on post notifications so you guys can be ready. And then we'll be back tomorrow again for another episode of Mornings with Nano and part 2 of the feeling of the law and its operation. All right, fam. Love ya. Appreciate you guys. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. Go out there and be great. Let's run it.